Yinhe NEPTUNE OX. As for basic characteristics of Neptune, it is among the slowest long pips. Maybe you can find even slower, but Neptune is really slow rubber. Neptune is very grippy rubber, and can create its own spin on a good level. It creates spin and reacts to spin more, comparing to long pips with less friction. In play, these slow grippy long pips are more alike inverted rubbers than long pips with weak grip. You can play classical drive, with a bit of technique correction if to compare to pips in rubbers or short pips. And the faster the blade, the easier it's to play it. But you can't play classic counter drive with long pips with little grip. You can play different attacking moves, which don't require grip. Very slow and grippy Neptune is very controlling. It's easy to control and understand what do you do and how it works. I tried this rubber for the first time in 2007 to 2008. And it's still popular. The rubber is cheap and good. It's not a common combination. What can I tell? It will be great for beginners. If you haven't tried long pips, see whether they suit you and are worth of your attention. As it is easy to play, controlling and comfortable. Long pips users don't choose this when they seek for most destructive effect. These long pips are easy to understand. It's very easy to master it, so it's perfect for beginners to try. Especially if you want to know what long pips are. You also can play with it to see the difference between OX and rubber with a sponge. As you can buy a couple of Neptunes, OX and with sponge, as it is really cheap. Or you can start with OX and buy a sponge and try rubber with a sponge after trying OX. You can change it as you wish. It's the cheapest way to try and see the difference between long pips OX and with a sponge. Even the most detailed review will not compare to real experience. So I recommend to try rubbers on your own. Theory is good as well and help when rubbers are expensive. But it's way cheaper and faster to try these long pips on your own. Neptune is very good for the chopping in the far zone. Due to control and grip, it allows playing varied chopping. So you can often see this rubber among the defenders, who chop in the far zone. As for playing near the table, it depends on the style and tactics used. If to consider blocks with not grippy pips, when players play block, chop block or push block, Neptune is not well suitable for such kind of game. I advise not to choose it or similar rubbers for such a style. As for other kind of players, who play with Neptune differently and play with it like with grippy rubber. Play more like with slow grippy rubber. When the block is more like with grippy rubber. And Neptune is good for such kind of game. You can watch Igor Sukovic's game, as he plays with this rubber for quite a long time. We have a lot of videos of him. He defends in the far zone a lot. He plays with Neptune €1.0 million now, and played regular Neptune with a sponge before that. He plays with Neptune near the table as well. So as for game near the table, it depends on the technique and tactics. I don't want to be boring, so I recommend to watch the game of Igor Sukovic to see how to make playing with these long pips near the table effective. The links on Igor Sukovic games and on videos about Neptune are below as usual. And I want to say a few words about quality of the rubber. A lot of people expect cheap rubbers to be of poor quality. There are a lot of examples to support this saying. When the top sheet comes off the sponge, bubbles, and so on. But Neptune is a good exception. Like any other Yinhe, it's well done, despite such a low price. It looks okay and it is durable. You can be not afraid of it to be single-use product. Like with many Chinese cheapest rubbers of some other producers. We have plenty of videos about Neptune. Watch them if you want to know more and read descriptions to the rubbers on our website. If you have any questions, leave them below. And if you need some table tennis equipment, some help with choosing it, please visit our shop.